Oh shit! Oh!
How has it taken me 4 years to play this game? Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this game called Phasmophobia. It's a ghost hunting game, and it's all about investigation. You choose a map, and you choose a bunch of tools to bring with you, and your job is to identify the ghost haunting the map based on the evidence you gather and the ghost's characteristics. It seems very simple on the surface, but it is actually insanely complex. Everything from the speed of the ghost's footsteps to the different types of ghost events triggered are little tells that you can use to identify ghosts. Oh, did the ghost turn off a light right as you turned it on? That's a tell. That's a motherfucking mayor, baby. I can't get enough.
And I need more. I need to make my own version.
But there's a big problem. I only started learning game development 8 months ago. I'm just a little Unity and 3D graphics baby, and Phasmophobia is detailed as fuck. You have well-crafted maps. You have a ghost AI that feels truly random and new each time you play. You have tons of items and an XP system and—
Hey, stop that right now. We don't fuck with self-doubt no more. Pick your head up, King. Your Logitech gaming headset is falling.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do my best to actually make a version of this game. Okay, so what exactly do we need for this game? You can't just copy a game and expect it to be fun. So we're gonna need ideas to differentiate this game from Phasmophobia and keep it interesting. We also need the core gameplay mechanics like players, items, a ghost that can trigger events and hunts players, shit like that. And then finally, if we want to actually launch a game, we need a Steam page and a marketing plan to help it sell better when it releases. So how the fuck do we differentiate? Have you noticed something recently? There is a trend in indie game development that has been gaining popularity. You want to make an interesting game. You combine 2 or more games into one. Animal Crossing plus Rust. Pokemon plus Ark. Phasmophobia plus Observation Duty. Oh, brother, we could be cooking with this one. What if, instead of a first-person game where you explore a house and hunt ghosts, you pan through cameras placed around a house and control players with a point-and-click mechanic? Instead of just identifying ghosts via evidence, you could also identify them using anomalies the ghost could trigger throughout the map and on the players you control. What if you had to be perceptive not only to the typical ghost traits, but also to small differences across the map that give you hints as to what ghost you're hunting and penalize you the longer you don't find them? Is this idea going to work? I have absolutely no fucking clue, but I posted some YouTube shorts and TikToks and people kind of seemed interested in this, so we're gonna go with that. If we're trying to blend in Observation Duty, we're obviously gonna need some cameras in a scene, and we need to be able to switch between those cameras so you can look through the map. So I created this stupid little test scene, slapped a bunch of cameras around a box, and wrote this short little script that swaps between those cameras when you click on these buttons. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. It's like fucking 50% of the game right there, right? Oh, and also, in a manner fitting of my title as professional game developer, I googled how to make this little CRT effect in Unity shader graph, and I slapped it all over the cameras. But this is where we hit our first issue. It still looks like shit, and a fucking CRT effect isn't gonna fix it. I want to work on this game in the context it's gonna be in, like houses and maps. But that's exactly the problem. I would be wearing adult diapers before I completed the 3D modeling of every little detail of a house by myself. And since I suck at 3D modeling anyway, the poly counts of my models would probably break a NASA computer. But luckily, I found a Twitter thread that contains some secret knowledge.
Just found out that Phasmophobia was made almost entirely with Unity Store assets, even the map. Sometimes a good idea is all you need.
That's right, Phasmophobia, at least the base version of the game, was made from assets you can purchase on the Unity Asset Store, including this suburb neighborhood house pack. Ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we got a house. And it's actually really good quality. After I set some cameras up around the corners of different rooms, I put that same script on them, and now we have an entire house we can inspect. And not only that, but with a little bit of extra work, we can turn on lights and open doors. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we're making some good fucking progress now, boys. But we're still missing one very important piece, and that's the little men that will be controlling around the house. The big dogs, the hunters. Without them, we basically can't play the game at all. Okay, so that's easy. Let's make some. And when I say make, what I really mean is steal free assets. First, we load up Mixamo, then we look for a character that kind of fits what we're after. Yeah, that'll do. And we just pop that sun gun into the game, and boom, we have a character model. Now we need a way to send these hunters into the game, and also a way to choose which items to send them with. So I whipped up this little dazzling loadout UI with Unity's great, oh, I can't even say it, great UI system, and a script that tracks the items you select and carries them over to the map you play. Ooh, that was tough. All right, so we've got a UI. Now we just need to send hunters into the map with those items.
6:31 p.m. In the 8 short hours following this thought, Booger for Brains wrote some of the most unspeakable rigatoni-fied linguine-esque tortellini spaghetti ass code ever recorded post-antiquity, cementing his permanent title as Worthless Oxygen Thief. How make a UI appear when I pressed a button, he thought. Why button no light up when press, mummy? How I make a spawn item on Bubby and make a wear it switch when slap a 1 key through 3 key, he inquired. Virtually 0 progress was made in the first 6 hours. At the 7th hour, by a sheer miracle grace, God had mercy on our booger-brained script kiddie and granted him temporary divine inspiration, allowing for the completion of the item system. But his rotted brain was too small to comprehend the gift given to him. To this day, he still claims,
I did that shit all by myself. You can select items, you can send in hunters, you can turn items on, and you can drop them. You can do anything. Actually, not quite. None of the items actually do anything right now. If we want them to do something, we're going to need a ghost. And yet again, we're faced with an idiot's conundrum. Phasmophobia's ghost AI is complex. Basically, every element of the ghost's behavior can be used to identify it or narrow your investigation down. I was looking at this Reddit comment and it said their AI was likely created using something called behavior trees. So I found this really cool channel on YouTube that has a bunch of videos about creating AI agents in games. But unfortunately, I started smoking weed at 14, so I couldn't fucking understand any of them. But wait a second. This other Reddit comment said that 5 months ago, Unity released an official package with Unity 6 called Behavior Graph, which is a visual scripting tool for creating behavior tree-based AI behavior. And would you fucking look at that? Get 'em in has a video covering it as well. And I can actually understand it. Okay, this has got to be the way to go. I just have to upgrade my project to Unity 6, which surely won't produce any issues at all, right? And what the fuck, it actually didn't. Okay. I'm sure that was all me, once again. And so was this. Boom! A working version 1 of our ghost AI, with all the knobs and whistles it needs to customize ghost behavior from one ghost type to the next. You want to control the hunting duration? Easy. You want to control how fast or slow it is? Brother, that is simple. But it does a whole lot more than that. Here's how it works. When the game starts, the ghost will spawn in a random room. He patrols spots around that room and triggers events, like opening doors, turning off lights, throwing objects, dropping room temperatures. I'm telling you, you name it, he probably doesn't have it yet. But when a hunter's sanity drops below a certain threshold, which you can control, the ghost will enter a hunting state and begin chasing the player. And when he catches the player, he kills them. Oh, and did I mention? All of the tools work too. The EMF device picks up readings when the ghost interacts with objects. So if the ghost throws something, it'll read the EMF value from that throw. The crucifix will prevent hunts if the ghost is in range. The spirit box doesn't have any audio at the moment. Actually, nothing does. But there is a debug log if it actually triggers, and that's fucking good enough for now. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still a ton of stuff that the ghost needs, like the ability to trigger anomalies around the house, special appearance ghost events like in Phasmophobia, and even some other cool ideas I had, like player possessions, or even the ability to enter an enraged state whenever the game drops to 0 time. But this is a great start for now. I'd say we're almost nearing the point where we could play an actual round of this game and identify different types of ghosts, which means that's enough to start making the Steam page. I had an idea the other day. You know those websites where companies post bug bounties encouraging the white hat hackers to hack their systems, and they pay the hackers to find vulnerabilities? What if I did something similar? What if the starting screen was like an operating system that loaded a fake website where you could sign up and accept ghost hunting bounties, like a bug bounty hunter? And when you select a contract to take on, the idea is that you control the employees of this business through the cameras to hunt ghosts and get paid. That sounds pretty cool. So that's exactly what I did. You remember that sickening UI earlier? So I was surprisingly able to make this entire mock website in Unity, along with this dashboard you can use to find ghost hunting contracts, track your earnings, set your loadout, whatever it may be. I think this sounds like a really cool way to differentiate the game a bit, and I think I'm gonna call it Haunters.net. And wouldn't you know it, the Steam page for Haunters.net is live right now. But wait a second, I know what you're thinking.
You're not even gonna show us a full run of the game in this video? You fucking prick. I ought to find you and fucking kill you.
Hey, I get it. But here's the thing. The game is still in an early state right now. It's making great progress, and I'm actually very close to a playable version, but I don't really want to waste time on the game if the idea doesn't resonate or if you all don't think it would be fun. So my request to you is, if this game sounds cool to you at all, you would be doing me a solid by going to the Steam page and wishlisting it, or even just leaving a comment on the video with your thoughts, good and bad. I'm seriously interested. There is a ton of stuff I want to add to this game, and I really enjoy working on it. There's of course a long way to go, but I have some interesting updates planned for the next video. Subscribe.